Hello, this is my first video on my channel, and today we'll be talking about ceratopsids. The famous Triceratops, the spiky Styracosaurus, and the patchy Rhinoceros. What do all of these have in common? They are ceratopsids, and today we'll be exploring what a ceratopsid is. So we've all heard of the term ceratopsids, but do we know what it actually means? Right, let's talk about ceratopsids. Let's start with the basics. So what is a ceratopsid? A ceratopsid is a group of beaked herbivores abundant in North America, Asia, and Europe during the Cretaceous period. Ceratopsids are characterized by their beak, rows of teeth, and elaborate crests and frills. This family of dinosaurs diversified into two groups, Chasmosaurine and Centrosaurines. Chasmosaurines include animals like Torvosaurus, Triceratops, Chasmosaurine, and Pentaceratops. Centrosaurines having Styracosaurus, Patchy Rhinoceros, Albertoceratops, and Nasutoceratops. Each defined with different characteristics, such as Chasmosaurines having long triangular fills and well-developed brow horns, with Centrosaurines having well-developed nasal horns or nasal bosses, shorter and more rectangular frills, and elaborate spines on the back of their frill. In general, Centrosaurine's frill was very fragile, so was probably primarily used for display purposes. Alright, I know that was a lot of information, but basically a ceratopsid is a very broad term, and the family is split into two main subfamilies. That's all you need to know. So now we know what a ceratopsid is and some of the dinosaurs that are ceratopsids, we can learn more about this marvelous family. So what was the biggest ceratopsid? You might immediately think Triceratops, but it isn't. It's actually Eotriceratops, whose name means dawn of the three-horned face because it is believed to be one of the first largest ceratopsids. But now let's talk about a fellow Chasmosaurine, Triceratops. Already did a dino fact about Triceratops, link in the description, so I'll keep it short. Triceratops is one of the largest ceratopsids and lived in the late Cretaceous and could grow up to 9 meters long. When did ceratopsids start appearing? Ceratopsids started popping up around 160 million years in the early Cretaceous period. One of the earliest being Pixococosaurus, I think that's how you pronounce it. These primitive ceratopsids were actually bipedal. They lived in early Cretaceous Mongolia. Who would think from such an animal so simple and magnificent dino family could appear? And the last ceratopsid was of course the Triceratops. So now we've got the information out the way, let's talk about some of my favourite ceratopsids, starting with a banger, Patchy Rhinoceros. Patchy Rhinoceros lived in late Cretaceous Alaska, where it could grow to 6 meters long and weigh 3 tons. Their name means thick-nosed lizard, and they would have contended with ceratopsids' arch nemesis, Tyrannosaurs. Patchy Rhinoceros had a highly specialised horn on its nose called a boss. They would use this for foraging food and a shock absorber when fighting for mates. Here is another magnificent dinosaur, a Chasmosaurine king, the Pentaceratops. They could reach 6 meters long and weigh 2.5 tons. Their name means five-horned face. They had 2 long brow horns, 2 horns on their jugular bone, and 1 short horn on their nose. Ceratopsids are amazing and diverse dinosaurs. Subscribe so you don't miss out on my next dino family video on the tyrants themselves.